have a cancer institute. They're doing great things there. I understand that they want to expand, and that doesn't need to be rendered impossible. We just want our school system to be able to continue too. These are not mutually exclusive things.
The idea of displacing 760 children who come from working class, low income, immigrant families, and sending them to school in a warehouse building that was not originally designed to function as a school, and disrupting their education, sending children to another site that was not in the neighborhood and to a school that was not going to be built first, that absolutely was appalling.
There's a little bit of an inconvenience, but when we're done in 3 years, we will have one of the best cancer facilities in America, and we will have a brand new school with all of the modern necessities, and at no cost to New Brunswick taxpayers, because the Cancer Center project will pay for the school.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. We just put $22 million to open it. He's not exactly sacrificing anything or volunteering to have any inconvenience on him or his project. He's asking the community to knowingly, willingly agree to be inconvenienced unnecessarily.
I fear this has less to do with soaring cancer rates and everything to do with, quote, greed, can't wait. With this state's largest hospital chain seeking to grab even more of the cancer treatment business, even though it's 11 hospitals in its chain reported on 2018 that the utilization rate for their acute care beds was just 72%. The entire chain has over 25% of its beds empty every day.
My grandparents came to this country over 6 decades ago. They were displaced, they and their children were displaced by urban renewal and gentrification. They also both died of cancer. So don't try to put this as a children against cancer patients issue. My grandparents.
I absolutely understand the seriousness of cancer in our society and of the need for effective cancer treatment. But I also know that there are already billions of dollars poured into cancer research and treatment, that it's an enormous industry, and that using that as an excuse upon which to displace children from their school and again, cause them and their families hardship is really not legitimate.
And I think there's also a larger issue of the oversight of the funds. And so if you're going to create a situation where the only people DEVCO has to be accountable to is DEVCO, then we can expect to get ripped off.
Tonight we saw the presentation of 2 different potential sites for school construction. Can you tell me what contaminants are present at the 131 Jersey Avenue site?
I don't have a list of the contaminants at the site.
So you wouldn't know if any of them are cancer-causing carcinogens?
I would not happen to know that.
Okay. If you can't tell me what it's contaminated with, you can't reasonably tell me how long it's going to take to clean up. And you can't build on it until it's cleaned up.
There's this saying that I learned in Spanish. It says, even if the cage is made out of gold, it doesn't stop it from being a prison. So it doesn't matter how beautiful this school that they keep on speaking about is going to be, it's still a contaminated site. It's still something that could cause my children harm.
Apart from its contamination and the toxic dangers that it presents, the area is an industrial zone. I mean, who wants to have little kids walking around to and from school every day past abandoned buildings? What kinds of things could possibly happen there?
I'm going to tell you that this is an issue that we confront every time we build anything in New Brunswick. New Brunswick has a long history of being kind of an industrial city. I am fully confident that we will be able to remediate this site. And if long-term monitoring is necessary, just like the monitoring that went on at the school, at Lincoln Annex, and went on at, all these other sites in the city, it will be done.
They keep insisting that they've built 6 other new schools in town, that they've also been on brownfield sites with contaminants and other environmental problems, and that they've done this successfully in the past without any issues. We don't know if those other schools are currently leaching any kind of vapor intrusion or causing any kind of environmental impacts for the children who attend them.
I don't see any guarantees. If it winds up costing $55 million just to remediate the site, then the $55 million they promised us is spent.
The Board of Education keeps insisting that the new school is essentially a gift that the taxpayers of New Brunswick are getting for free.
They had one meeting where the board members heard from a hospital representative and the developer representative.
Thank you, Mr. Palladino. Do any board members have questions from Mr. Palladino at the moment?
They had the opportunity to ask questions, and none of the board members had a single question. The presentation was just so flawless that they were prepared to vote that night.
I move the adoption of a resolution authorizing the preparation and filing of an update to district's long-range facilities plan that will recommend the replacement of the current Lincoln Annex School with a new school to be constructed on a different site.
Roll call, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Ortiz.
Yes.
Mrs. Sadowski.
Yes.
Mrs. Seawood.
Yes.
Ms. Sevilla. Mrs. Shukaitis.
Abstain.
Mr. Spencer.
Yes.
Ms. Morella. Mrs. Solis.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Look, I will tell you, if you want to look at, and we've done billions of dollars worth of projects, and probably mistakes are made all the time. Could the school board, could many of us done a better job on public relations? Yes. So, we could have done a better job, but this was an evolving process, and I think the public could have been brought into the process and into discussion earlier.
Do you think that the public is being involved reasonably well in the process right now?
Well, the superintendent has a committee of parents. It's the school board's responsibility to do that. These are the decisions that they're making.
Mayor Cahill and his friends spent a year behind the scenes preparing this plan, but they never bothered to consult the people most affected. And now they insist it has to happen right away. But you, as an elected board, are the ones legally responsible for any sale.
They're very angry right now with the activists, with the parents that are involved in this, and because they are not used to parents questioning them or having them held accountable for what they're doing.
5 minutes.
You've reached your time, Mr. Craddock.
Come on, guys, let's not do this. Why? You're out of order now, Charlie. That's it. You're not going to turn this meeting upside down like you did last time. Charlie, that's just what you're trying to do. You're out of order. If you continue, you'll be asked to leave the meeting.
You're out of order. Answer the question. Answer the question.
Why? You're out of order. Your time's over.
Mr.
Cradaville, you are out of order.
Why on earth didn't you want to be recorded? What did you have to hide?
Mr. Cradaville, please leave the meeting.
No, ma'am.
Mr. Cradaville, please leave.
Shame. This is no way to behave. You are public officials. You are elected to represent the community. And
This is a reminder.
It absolutely defies logic that these actors would continue to pursue this project right now at the time when we really are facing a truly global crisis with the coronavirus pandemic.
It's a legitimate consideration that Robert Wood Johnson's priorities may have shifted, and though it seems they still want to go forward with this, their ability to fund not only their project but the new school, by the time this is all over, it may be depleted, may not be what it was. So it would not be a good time to move forward with a deal that depends on a promise from Robert Wood Johnson to allocate funds for future school construction.
No matter what DEVCO and Mayor Cahill say, we believe you cannot legally sell the school. When the Catholic Church sold the site in 2013 to the Board of Education, it imposed a deed restriction that requires that the land be used, and I quote, solely for public education purposes or for public administrative purposes for no less than 50 years. It's only been a school for 3.5 years.
So I think it's crazy to shut down a school in just a few months in exchange for a promise that you'll get one in 2.5 years or so. The parents of the Redshaw students were told something very similar when that school was torn down, and it took 10 years for them to get that school.
Sometimes some people are inconvenienced because we need to make progress. And what I would hate to see happen is that we don't move forward and build a school. And all we're left with is the Lincoln Annex.
I have seen repeated examples of powerful institutions dislocating hardworking people, making their lives more difficult. For what? For greater profits? And before anyone makes the argument that if we oppose this project that we are turning our backs on cancer patients, let me say that this project is turning its back on our children.
You think that because we're immigrants, because we do not speak Spanish, because we're not fluent, because we are poor, because we are here, we're not gonna fight, we're gonna fight like hell for our communities. It's not the first time that our communities are being silenced, they're being ignored, and we will continue to fight to remind you that the power is not here in the seat, it's not with you, the power is with the community.
Así es que invito a todos los padres a que se unan a esta lucha. Recuerden, hoy en día estamos luchando no solo por Lincoln Annex, sino también por nuestra dignidad. El día de mañana, ¿cuál escuela seguirá? ¿Cuál casa seguirá?